The production of Alchemy of Soul is presenting more images of what will happen in the second season, and that makes fans even more excited. The new season will premiere on December 10th, so it won't be long until we know the continuation of this incredible story. One of the characters that has drawn a lot of attention and one of the characters that we have not fully understood has been Buyon. Although we know a little of her story, we still need to know more to understand why she is so powerful. Also, one of the things that has been talked about is that according to the images that the production of the second season has presented, Naksu has a very different countenance and looks very changed. After fans saw the images of Naksu, several theories have emerged as to why she looks with a completely different energy than the energy she presented in the first season. That's why today I'm going to talk about Buyon might take control in Naksu's body in the second season. But first remember to subscribe to this channel and turn on the notification bell so you'll be among the first to see our content. Although we will soon see the second season of this drama, as I said before, we still don't know much about Buyon's character, and there have been many scenes that have brought a lot of confusion. What we are sure of is that she was a very special girl who managed to develop her powers before her time, and also thanks to the Ice Stone she is alive. One of the things that have not been presented in the series was the scene of how Jan Gan managed to revive Buyon, since she had died in her mother's womb. Only some footage was presented where Ho-young was begging for them to save her daughter. If we talk about Buyon's birth, there is another very curious fact, and that is when Ho-young confesses to Park Jin that Buyon's birthday was planned, and that she was in the womb for more months than usual. When Park Jin asks her if that can be done, the fact of choosing the day of a child's birth and having the child last longer, she looked scared and just didn't answer him. So it is very likely that if Buyon died in the womb it was because someone told Ho-young to try to make her stay longer in her belly so that he would be born on a specific day. This may be the reason why Buyon died, not only because she died of natural causes, but because they caused her not to be born at the natural time, and thus what happened. Now the question is, what day was it that Buyon was born? What special day was it that they chose for her? Although that has not yet been explained, we can assume that the day is related to the stars. Let's remember that at that time astrology was very important and had a lot to do with people's purpose. Although we do not know what day she was born, this also reminds me of the character of Jang Wook, who was born on a special day, which was the day of the king's star energy. So it is very likely that Buyon was born on a very special and specific day, which makes her even more powerful. But another detail we know about her was that Jin Moo pushed her while she had the ice stone, and that's why she fell into the lake. After that she was raised by an old woman who named her Mudok. However, we don't know what people she met and what she actually did at that time. Later the story indicates that she used her power to make Naksu enter her body. This scene was not explained much either, but what we are sure of is that if he did this she is a person with incredible powers. Now, after Naksu's soul entered her body she appeared very strangely in some scenes. For example, when Jang Wook was about to shift his soul she intervened and saved him. Then she appeared in a dream or a vision of Mudok when she was at Master Lee's house. Here we only saw how Buyon showed up, and Mudok, who we know is Naksu, was very scared and shocked by what she was seeing. Apparently, her body was directed out of the house and she didn't realize that she had walked out that night, implying that at that time Buyon was in control. She also appeared when Mudok was inside the ice stone, but that time it was a very confusing scene. At that time Buyon as a child and Buyon as an adult appear. It is still not well explained why the two appeared. Some say that it may be that adult Buyon is really someone else and little Buyon is the real one. Others have indicated that it may be that the child Buyon is just a memory that was in the ice stone and came to life. But of course, these are theories that have not yet been confirmed. The important thing to know is that since Buyon got Naksu to enter her body, Naksu has dominated all the time, and only on occasion has Buyon dominated to defend her body. For example, the time when Buyon fought with the eunuch and the time when Hoyoung almost choked her. In these scenes, clearly if Buyon had not intervened, Mudok, who is Naksu, would have died. Now, we know that Buyon's countenance has always looked relaxed and full of peace. But Naksu's countenance has always looked angry and tense. Is that the images of the second season show Naksu, of course in her original body, with a very relaxed countenance as if it were not her, which is very strange because we know that Naksu has a lot of personality and character, and in the new images of her, she does not appear that way. For that reason, there is a theory that it may be that in this new season, Buyon is the one who is mainly directing Naksu's body. So it would be the opposite of the first season where Naksu mainly directs the body of Buyon or Mudok, which was the name the old woman gave her. All this is being talked about because it would be highly expected to see in the second season the same energy that Naksu had in her own body. However, when we see the images of the new season, we see quite the opposite. It could also happen that the dynamic of souls continues the same, in other words, that Naksu is the one who directs her body, but continues to complement or unite her soul with Buyon. Perhaps the change of countenance is because she has spent 3 years in a spiritual or energy development, that in some way has changed her personality and way of acting. But it is something that has been talked about a lot and has caught the attention of the fans of the series. We just have to wait a little longer to know why her face looks like this. The most important thing is that we know that Season 2 will be amazing and that there will be many surprises that will leave us with our mouths open. What do you think about this theory? Do you think Buyon will dominate Naksu's body in Season 2? Leave your comment here so we can read it. If you like this video, like and share it with your friends.